Cyborg. We all go home, but I'm not going home. I'm gonna get in my boat. I'm gonna go upriver, and I'm gonna kick Bison's ass so hard the next mice body bite is gonna feel it. Damn, I messed that all up. And that to me is like, oh, what the fuck is this movie? There she is. You hear that? This is God telling me, Morris, you shouldn't review Cyborg, and Morris, you shouldn't be shitting on Cyborg. Hello, welcome to WolfBitOdyssey. I'm Morris Musel, the wolf behind the Odyssey. Wolf disguised as a man. What's up? Yeah. Movie review, Cyborg. Cyborg proves to be nothing but a plot device when the main star is Jean-Claude Van Damme. I was in the store and I'm like, hey, why not? I was curious about stuff prior to Bloodsport. This happens to be at my local Walmart and I'm like, I think I should. Well, the truth is, it's here. Blu-ray. I'm like, oh, what a clumsy movie. Okay, plot is Cyborg has cure for the plague. They have to go from Atlanta to New York and back. It's dystopian, post-dystopian society where the antagonist likes the misery.
They just need a shepherd. You can be that shepherd.
Why? I like how things are. It's pretty hard on it the first time I watched it, where I'm like, my whole impression of the movie is like, what the hell? Nothing works for this movie. Every time it's about to get on some solid ground, something happens. Even the end fight where it's all rainy and thundery and everybody takes their shirt off and everybody's gonna die. All the cards are on the table. But somehow they find a way to fuck it all up. Okay, shooting phases. There's 4 of them, following the protagonist in the present, following the antagonist in the present. Stuff that happened to get the cyborg going, and then the flashbacks that tell Jean-Claude Van Damme's story. His fictional character's name is Gibson or Rickenbacker. That's alright. And boy, Jean-Claude Van Damme's dialogue in this film is so minimal. He's always like, stay here. I go fix stuff. I promise. Hurry up. I'm wasting money. I'm after Fender. Lily! Or something. I don't know her I don't know her name. But okay, the backstory is, for his character, he's a slayer. He does this one job for this mother of his and her kids. Father died. They're trying to relocate to somewhere else. He helps them get safe passage. He stays a while, falls in love with the mother, but then spoilers. This is gonna be all spoilers, so cut it here if you don't want to watch any more, because I'm gonna ruin everything. Like who gives a shit? This is Fender, who is like the leader of this barbaric flesh pirates, kills that person that Gibson likes, and they hooked up, yeah, in a sexual way. Funny, they keep coming back to it. Then the bad guys are like, after it's all done and they lay down, they're like, oh yes, tender love. Then the bad guys are like on the windowsills, like watching, like, yeah, it was good, good show. I hate this guy. Fender, I think his name is, and the antagonist likes that there's a plague. He likes that society's in such a shitty place and that it's so dystopian because he could be the leader. He could rule by just brawn alone, muscle alone. Get like 30 or so men on his side with primitive firearms. You are pretty ahead of the game. You could push your way around anywhere. So when society stops with the plague and actually gets to put itself back together, where does that leave him? Reason why I say it screws up a lot, because there's a lot of grainy shots, like super zoomed in, and it's grainy and out of focus and garbage. So they had to shoot a whole phase of backstory to speak for Jean-Claude's character, because no way in hell is like the camera on him while he's trying to chew through the dialogue to explain his whole thing. I don't think he says a soul to anybody about what happened or why he wants Fender dead. Oh, this is where they screw up in that whole backstory. The whole time, Jean-Claude's wearing a wig, and this wig does not work at all. Why? Why the wig? Through the whole film, the antagonist has like these weird eyes. They're like bluish light, and it's really off-putting at first. Because like he's a dark guy, black hair, and he always has glasses on, which is like, okay. Old style, I don't know, beefcake kind of guy at the beach kind of glasses, you know? Takes them off. His eyes are really tantalizing at some level. At some level, you get used to it because like pretty menacing. Pretty sure they don't use his voice for the dialogue. They got some other voice actor, which works. I watched it earlier, just moments before filming, and I think I had a better time watching it. I'm like, part of me, I'm like, my brain is like, is this good? Is this bad? Is this good? Is this bad? I'm like, they're trying. In the present phase, there's a point where the Fender attacks Gibson after Gibson had his first run-in with his flesh pirates and is at the end of his ropes. And he has a chance there to fight him, but he's been fighting for the last oh boy. Gibson can't do anything too much because he's and then nothing more to give. He killed a dozen people already, lost his gun, and what is there more to give? Like, here's your chance, attack me, kick me, beat me up. This is where writing and practicality and what you would do at that moment in time is weird. Because in the fiction, and the way the director and the way the writer want it to happen is he just needs to attack him, but he can't do anything at this point phase the way he is because he's just out of it. He's exhausted, he's gassed, he's nothing more to give, so all those kicks don't have anything behind them. So that just lets the protagonist bitch slap him around. And the problem there, also, to compound the problem, they keep reusing shots of Van Damme getting slapped and like twisting around and twisting the other way. And they just keep doing that over and over. You could tell because like they keep moving back, then they cut away, come back. And when I say like the writing and the fiction, like, if this were me, in that point in time, you kind of want to wait for the other guy to make a move, or so you could maybe grab the arm, break it, boom, bang, not just throw weak ass punches and kicks because like they look cool. No, you want to hurt the other guy, get him down, and put the boots to him, ground pound him. Atlanta, it's dark, there's rain, they're fighting in water, everyone takes their shirts off. Why that is a problem? Like, this is a point where they should have all their, what is it? All dot all their I's, cross all their T's, and it's all good. Attention to detail is all there. But what happens is the antagonist can't fight, doesn't know actual martial arts, so it's really crappy how that fight breaks down. Like, nothing against the antagonist, he looks good on camera. I'm looking they have their shirts off. Oh, it looks like Van Damme focused more on his core and his chest, and there he is. The antagonist didn't do too much with his core, but got crazy abs and didn't focus on the chest too much and more on his back. So and the whole time he just stiff as hell, flexing like all the time. It looks almost like an animatronic thing. And in my mind, I think it's kind of the precursor to Goro for Mortal Kombat. So what makes me think this film is bad is just cheesy 90s crap. That to me is like, oh, what the fuck is this movie? And, but like, if I'm the director, yeah, throw this script out of the window. Make Van Damme the Cyborg. But their Cyborg is really just a step up from animatronic level of mechanicalism, where it's not like RoboCop level of cybernetic systems. You have it Cyborg. Why don't you make him a fucking RoboCop? That, like, maybe it's like you don't have to like pad him up with armor or anything. You just need to like, hey, he's a replicant. He's a skin job. He doesn't need to eat, sleep, or shit. Give him, he bleeds white, and his power level is always at 9,000. He's perpetual Super Saiyan, is what I'm saying. And let him kick everybody's heads off. Like, you got Van Damme, you have some fights, you want him to do some dope ass shit that you haven't seen in a lot of films. Case in point, Brendan Lee, son of Bruce Lee, he is on some films, most notably Rapid Fire and The Crow, where he died in. And also Big Trouble in Little Showdown in Little Tokyo or something like that with Dolph Lundgren. He is renowned martial artist and movie star. So, and every time he doesn't do anything too complex, but every time he does, you see him actually fight, it makes you think like, man, that was so simple but so damn cool and dope. But they casted Van Damme, probably had to write a lot around him. But if you're gonna cast him in with a film called Cyborg, Make him the fucking Cyborg. That's like casting Jet Li in the one, but he's not the one. He is number 2, and he is just no good. But it's all about his friend, who is not Jason Statham. It's some other B actor, D-list actor, who is the one. And this person can't fight, but he gets all the fight scenes, but all of his people he fights through the movie, the villains he fights through the movie, know their shit, and it's just a train wreck every time they want to fight him in different ways. Don't watch this movie. It's not entertaining. Like I could watch Bloodsport all day and maybe Kickboxer all day, but not this one. I could have a good time watching Street Fighter because there's more of a cast and JeanClaude's hilarious. I could watch. Where's that stupid movie? No, it's somewhere there. I was gonna grab Universal Soldier: The Return and get a good laugh out of that one. It's entertaining, right? You want to, if you're gonna do anything, it has to work. Something has to sell the shot. Now, if I were younger and less, less of, I don't know, a cynic, we'll say. And I'm like, oh, I like movies. I like watching movies. I like this kind of shit. And this movie does some things right. What would sell it for me at a young age would be like the special effects, like showing how they made the Cyborg. I would be surprised by the special effects with this animatronic stuff that are jarring, and boy, put her wig back on so you could like maybe not have her looking weird and uncanny. Not uncanny. Uncanny Valley. And maybe not have a established shot of all the villains walking together into the frame. No. Like, what is Van Damme doing that I should like? He's not shouting really loud after he kicks somebody. He hasn't kicked enough people in the head. He hasn't said some stupid one-liners or made any dumb jokes. Kind of just a waste of time. So I'm going to end it on that note. I'm Morris Moose at WolfBitOdyssey, and the wolf disguises as a man. Thanks for watching.